Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, Black Lilith, Cross Watchers. You're all welcome here. You have the Two of Cups. There's love. There's a meeting of the minds. There's somebody who's like-minded, somebody who loves you like you love them. The Page of Cups. This is fresh. This is new. This is fun. It's lighthearted. It's not weighed down by a bunch of expectations and restrictions. It's fun. It's lighthearted. It's easy. Love is easy. I see, Pisces, that you're having a good time of finding mutual appreciation at this time, and having an easy time of finding points of focus in your life that feel like love, and where you receive love and where you give love that's reciprocated. So let's see. We're going to pull a Celtic spread for you with my extended 4 cards at the end. And then we'll be pulling some oracle cards to see what other details want to come out. You're showing up at this time as the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, I love this. You feel like life is complete. You feel like you've got it all going for you. Things are going in the right direction. You can look all around you and find love. You're good at that. That's a beautiful ability, because it keeps you in a higher vibration. And in that higher vibration is where everything you want can unfold easily. It creates a path of ease and flow in your energy. Yeah, so this is really beautiful. Let's see. What's at the bottom of the deck for Pisces? What was it before? It was the 7 of Wands. To get to this point, you had to be about this every day. You took a practice. You made this your practice every day. You started looking at everything that was presenting in your life, and how is this exactly what I needed right now? How is this experience delivering love to me? How am I being loved by life? How is what did the universe do this for me for? Like, you're finding that. Yeah, with this 10 of Pentacles, it's like putting you in this energy that I call it like the piñata exploding. When the piñata explodes, all the candy comes out. Yeah, this energy of love is turning into a lot of physical things for you. I see something materializing for you on the physical plane. You might call it manifesting, but what I know is that manifesting is making it clear in your mind, to your mind's eye. This is talking about what was already clear in your mind's eye. In other words, what was manifested is turning physical. With the 10 of Pentacles, I get completion in the physical realm. Some of you are closing out karmic contracts. You've completed those karmic contracts. Some of you are spending a lot of time with family. Some of you are making plans or putting plans into work right now for long-term legacy action. But what you're doing right now is affecting all your generations on a cellular level, on a genetic level. There is scientific-based evidence that says that when you begin to make choices differently, you can effectively change your DNA. So I see that happening here. And because DNA is linked by family, this affects your families. The opportunity here is a different perspective. So what that tells me is some situations could appear to be exactly like they were before, but you're looking at them through a different perspective at this time, which is keeping your vibration high. Because we could look at that flat tire as, oh my God, this is terrible. Now I have to do this. And we can whine and complain our way through the whole thing. Or we could look at it as an opportunity. Well, I'm glad that I have a spare. I'm glad that I have AAA. I'm glad that I have the money to do this. There's different perspectives to look at the same exact situation. And this is telling me that you're taking that opportunity right now. I also see anywhere where you're closing out karmic cycles in your life and completing karmic contracts, you're going to find a liberation. Things that have felt like they've been on hold are going to finally move forward for you. And for some, this is definitely in the area of romance. Below you, you have the Fool, which is confirming, like I said, that you have done everything that you could and should in a specific karmic pattern cycle in your life. The Fool says you've actually stepped foot into your new level, into your next level, into your new journey. So you may not, in your physical life, the new journey in your waking life, when you're looking around, it often looks like everywhere you've already been the same stuff, but the energy is different. So you could feel it differently in behind you. A further confirmation of what I've already said with the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune says good fortune is on your side, but the good fortune, what Spirit told me, comes in when you, is they show me, every time I see this Wheel of Fortune, I see like a bank vault door where you close the past. It's like a checkpoint in life. You know how you play certain video games and you get to a certain checkpoint, and from there on, if you die, you will only go back to that point in the game. You won't go all the way back to the beginning. You crossed a major milestone in life. You cross a major checkpoint. Above you, we have the Nine of Swords. Well, what is it that you're worried about? Something is causing you to be anxious, nervous, worried. You could be concerned about protecting your heart, okay? Or is it that you're getting your thoughts into alignment and considering your heart as well? I see both sides of that energy coming through. In front of you, the Eight of Wands. This is a lot happening. This is a conversation happening, making plans, putting plans into action, launching those arrows of desire to land in the future into what you want. Okay. I see you taking a lot of action. I see you being very busy. I see you having invitations. I see you making sense about things that used to confuse you coming up. In this new energy, you're going to start to see a lot of things moving forward. Like I said, with the Hangman, crossing as an opportunity now is showing me that you're freeing yourself from things that kept you held in a specific place. And again, this has to do with this new perspective you have. That new perspective that you're holding is everything. True. Yes, the Ace of Pentacles is saying yes, that's true. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles is also a confirmation again that you're starting a whole new cycle. Most likely you're a single person who could be looking for love to come in. If that's the case, I do see love prospects coming in for you. I definitely see that. The Seven of Cups is here. Yeah, I see you making a lot of sense of different illusions and games that people have played with you in the past. And that wisdom is going to carry forward with you as a tool to help you decipher what's coming in your incoming days. And the remembrance of your past experiences, in this case, it's not talking about bringing baggage, but it's talking about understanding the mechanics of people's mentality, their behaviors. And it's like when this is why the FBI uses profilers, because people have certain character traits that can tell you a lot about them. So this is the idea, like, even if people present themselves and try to pretend, I see that you can see through those illusions. They're not able to hold any type of smoke and mirrors in front of you that's going to be successful, because you've had enough life experience that you can recognize red flags and you honor them. You're on the path of having a great time and meeting great connections. And some of them are also going to show you different things. I see different types of people coming into your experience with different interests. It's kind of like every teen drama or rom-com, there's usually like 4 girls and they're all very different. One's usually very sexy and flirty and fun and carefree. One is very bookwormy, intellectual, thinker. Another one is usually very family, right? And one is always very, very creative and more of an artsy person. So that's the kind of vibe that I see. Like, if you have a collection of people around you that are coming in as part of this new energy, it's going to be a variety of people with different interests, which makes it fun because now they're bringing something to the conversation. They're bringing different perspective. But overall, I definitely see that you are seeing through any illusions. So you'll know who is to be part of the social circle and who should just be, a high and a buy and a one-time deal, one-time conversation. Yeah. How are you feeling? You're feeling large and in charge. You're feeling like the whole world around you is responding to your confidence, to your energy. You're feeling like you've grown some. You're feeling mature. You're feeling like you're responsible, and you're not giving the responsibility for your vibes or your happiness or your worthiness to anybody else. And I love that for you. You anywhere where, okay, let me just finish this. The Page of Wands. I see this as I hear an invitation, an incoming invitation. This situation is going to culminate with an incoming invitation that's going to be very significant. You're going to have a very significant invitation coming up. Ace of Swords, yes, that's a truth. You will accept this invitation. And the Eight of Pentacles, okay? This is about when you accept this invitation, you're going to be all the way about it. Like, you're going to follow through. You're going to do your part. You're going to show up. You're not going to accept the invitation to half-ass it. There is none of that going on here. The Four of Cups on that side with the Judgment. Oh, okay. Here it is. All right. Everything looks so good until I got to these final cards, because I see what this is that you're going for. You want a new love. You're in a new energy. You can't do it with the same old people. Now, here's the thing. I don't see that this is the same person from the past, but I do see this is an experience that you know a lot about because you've done it before. So this is where the past comes in to test your judgment, to test your judgment, to test your judgment, to see if you took away the lessons and can apply what you learned in those past karmic situations. So no, this is not the same old person. And yes, everything I said is going to be true. And you have all those beautiful people around you. At the same time, you're going to attract, because you're in this highly attractive energy, whatever that was that you let go of, you sealed the door on, you put them behind that vault door and you said, no, I'm not doing that no more. That energy is still going to seek you out. That energy, not that person, that energy is seeking you out. Because you have to remember, this is love or anti-love energy on earth. Every person can fall into those categories. It's a love energy or it's an anti-love energy in the way they're showing up. I see that, and that's why it was important for me to say earlier that whenever anybody presents illusions or smoking mirrors, they won't be able to get you stuck in those. You'll see right through it, because there's this energy of somebody who, while you're over here making all these great plans and doing all this fun stuff with your new diverse circle, with everybody has so much to contribute to the conversation, somebody comes into your experience who presents you an opportunity to have the same cycle again with somebody from the past. But when it comes up, you're going to know it and you're going to say, no, thank you. You'll say yes to an invitation, but it's like very quickly you'll recognize that this is the same thing I was working on before with another person. It's just like, you're just like my ex. This feels like you're just like my ex. Now that I've had time to sit and talk to you, I realize you're just like my ex. No, thank you. And I see you easily moving through that. And that's your final liberation. That's the second seal on closing that situation. So don't let that upset you. Don't let it disturb you. A lot of times when this happens, people get down on themselves and they start talking about, why do I always attract the same thing? Why does this always, that's not going to benefit you. Why does this always happen to me? That's not serving you any good. Let me tell you why it's always happening to you and why you keep attracting the same thing is because life is a spiritual gym. And this is how you're going to get that spiritual muscle. How will you be able to easily identify and say no to this stuff if it never shows up? You'll fall for it if you don't have practice at it. So this is a universe giving you a practice. They're giving you plenty of reasons to say no to the crap from your past, even if it comes with a new face and a new name, because you have all these new beautiful experiences around you. You have something great, that feels aligned. So when this experience shows up in your life, it's going to be easy for you to identify that, oh, that's not in alignment with me. I know what it feels like to feel good in connection, because I have all these great people that I've been connecting with lately. This feels terrible, and it makes me feel like I felt with my ex. This feels like my ex all over again, or this feels like that person that I blocked out. Yeah, that's what that is. So Expect that coming up. Forewarned is forearmed. You'll make the right choice. Let's see what your oracle cards say. While you are away from me, I experience fear and anxiety. Sometimes I wonder where you are, what you're doing, and if you'll return. Codependency. That's why this whole situation developed, so that you could address those codependency and abandonment issues. Now, some of you have codependency and abandonment issues, not from the side of wanting somebody and needing somebody, but walking away. You feel so much guilt that you tend to get yourself stuck in situations. And for some, that's been the issue here. Body language. Okay, your body language. There's something. Hold on, let me see some more, because I'm not immediately getting anything. The only thing that I got with that immediately was like, you started to look at somebody, the way they were responding to you physically, it just didn't feel right. It felt off. Revelation of method. Did you tell this person, if you're gonna keep pulling away from me, and I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna be with somebody who pulls away from me. I'm getting that. There's something here about you letting a person know what your plans are in advance. Okay. Dithering, being indecisive. Yeah. Okay, so you let somebody know what your plan was and how you were going to move and what your operation was. However, there was some indecisiveness. I also hear with the revelation of method that this person told you what they were like in the beginning. Either you saw them do something that they ended up doing to you eventually in the beginning to another person. You saw them do that. Or they told you, well, I'm not really ready for this, or that's not really the way I do this, or whatever. You thought they might change their mind about it when it was you, for you, right? With this part 2 card coming out, it has a little peace sign in it. Part 2 talks to me about this situation showed you a lot. You learned some of your superpower. In part 1, the superhero finds their superpower and begins to learn to use it. By the time we get into the sequel, part 2, the superhero is mastered their trait, mastered their ability. Oh my God, yes. And they find their superhero crew. They find their sidekicks. Now they're with the team. They find that they have new abilities. They get new toys and new tricks to add to their abilities. Part 2. Yeah. So here you are, part 2. Again, giving me the second seal as well. The second seal opportunities coming up, because, you already passed that first checkpoint. So if you die again, you're only going back to that first checkpoint. And that first checkpoint is energy coming up in a new person and with a new name and a new face. In part 2, graciously accepting. This is great. This is where you don't get mad because this person is just like your ex or reminds you of that person you cut off. But you're like, I'm so glad they showed up, because I could tell right away. And I cut it off and I did what I needed to. I could tell from their body language that they were like this or like that. Is that what it was that revealed it to you? When this person shows up in your experience with the same energy as the past. Okay, in part 2, you graciously accept that you're on a different level, that you sense things. Some of you are sensing things in your physical body. You're clairsentient. You can feel feelings when people are up to stuff. Like your body reacts in a way and you sense it. And now you've got that superpower honed in. And so that's helping you. What can you do that will make you feel better right now? Okay. So again, you accept what it is when you see it, and you choose something that feels better. Some of you literally get like, I'm getting a twisting feeling in your gut when somebody is up to no good around you. And you can tell because your body is very sensitive to the energies and how you interpret best at this time. And so look, I wanted to, but my spirit would not allow me. Can't do it. Nah, man. So yeah, wherever you were indecisive in the past, you now have a greater understanding of what your body is telling you. And this helps you to avoid situations that will be disruptive, destructive, or just unhealthy for you. Yeah, you're going to have to do something difficult and uncomfortable to reach a destination you've chosen. So you chose a destination, your life is taking you to it, but you had to, just like when the superhero first finds out that they have these abilities, like often in the beginning, they don't know how to use it. So it's actually a pain in the butt because they got to figure out how to use those skills and apply their abilities, right? It pushes them beyond what they've known. That's what your next level is going to require of you, to do things difficult. I heard it's going to be really hard to cut this person off after one shot with no second chances. I heard because you don't need second chances. Therefore, you don't need to offer them because now you understand that a second chance. Oh my God, is that what it was? You gave somebody a second chance already, and you gave them, they offered you again to come back, and you realized it didn't feel good, and you're like, I can't do it no more. So now Spirit is revealing to you, like, no more second chances. You never need a second chance, so you don't have to give a second chance, because when you give a second chance, you're literally just giving them the chance to do the same thing to you all over again. Before I knew it, it happened. Yeah, you're going to get to where you want to be before you even know it. You'll be where you want to be. And for some of you, this where you want to be is like super in tune with your spirit, because you know that that's going to be a valuable experience for you. It'll be a great aid in all the choices you have to make and stuff, in the way you move. Now, the other thing is telling no. What was going to make you feel better is telling this person no, that pops up in here, right? Yeah. And it's okay. No. You're going to tell somebody no. Yeah, because they're going to resonate with whatever this was you gave a second chance to before. And like Spirit said, when you're giving them a second chance, you just give them a chance to do the same thing all over again, because they still the same dang person that did it the first time, which means that they're likely to do it again. And if they are going to change, you still don't have to give them that opportunity to come back and do it again, is what I heard. So here we go. It says truth is nothing more than a word meaning what is so right now, yet what is so is always changing. Therefore, truth is always changing. Your truth is changing. Your truth is changing. Where you might have told somebody, yes, I'll meet with you. Maybe you talk a few more days because the meeting isn't for a few days down the road, right? But in those few days, something is revealed. They tell you something about themselves. Maybe they told you, I'm not really ready for this, or when my ex did this, I did that to them. Maybe they revealed that they like to play tit for tat games. Maybe they revealed that they have a lot of codependency behaviors. So even if you said yes to this person, I feel like you're going to end up not going. You'll say, you know what? I did want to go, but I can't do it. So I'm just going to have to say no. And the truth is changing. At the time I said yes, I meant it, but I think it's better if we just stop talking now. And no, I'm not going to meet you. But thank you. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. How'd this resonate? Let's get you a guidance card to close you out. You have the Queen of Swords, sensing beyond what is in front of your physical eyes, sensing the vibration of a situation, using your words in your communications to make sure that you're not being duped, and to set and honor your own boundaries and limitations. Zodiac sign Cancer is here, okay? And I could have, I should have, I would have, but I did not, okay? So is there something here about sensing and asserting boundaries? Okay, is there this Queen of Swords in your future is the one? This is somebody who's letting you know that they are still stuck on their past. And this could, for some, this is a Cancer person who is still stuck in their past. It's coming up, and you were going to, but you did not, or you are not going to. Okay, this person, is it that you're dealing? There's a person coming up who reminds you of the person in your past that you let go of because they're stuck in their past, and that's all they can talk about. And so that's why you're like, you know what, I'm just going to not do this. I know we had planned to meet for dinner, but I'm not going to be able to make it. And as a matter of fact, I think it's better if we just stop talking now. Don't be afraid to tell him no. It's okay for you to change your mind. You have a lot of beautiful things and beautiful people in your life, beautiful experiences. It's okay for you to allow yourself to have those. And anything that's not that, you can change your mind about, and you can definitely say no to. This is what I have for you. Thank you for giving my video a thumbs up. If you're new, thanks for subscribing. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. Thank you for making me your favorite tarot reader. Thank you for your love donations and choosing me for your personal consultations. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. And I'm out.